Hey guys, Grassman here, playing more Raid Shadow Legends. I'm just selling all this stuff. It never gives me any good artifacts from these things. And then here I'll just get a bunch of metal. Once I hit 36,000, I'm gonna buy the 100 fragments of the legendary guy. I don't know which events and tournaments I'm unclaimed yet from. So I got the guy. I already got him. I already experimented with him a bit. I also got a whole bunch of did a whole bunch of summoning. I opened like 1,000 mystery shards, which, come to think of it, I probably should have recorded the other day. So I went from like 1,700 mystery shards to like 700 or 800 now. I think I did open 1,000 or I opened like 900 of them, and then I opened a couple of ancient shards. I got like I opened like 10 ancient shards, got one epic guy, and a bunch of rares. So one of the free things here. So, 25,000 silver. I have 25 clan boss keys because I just never fight the clan boss. What's the record for most clan boss keys? Probably like a couple hundred. There it is. The regular pack. I'm to claim all these at some point. So yeah, I'll show you the 3 guys I got. One of them is Bergoth the Mouth. So the 3 I was testing with, I ended up also upgrading like all my guys. They're all like max level. They're all like high level 40s now because I am. Why is he wearing normal attack armor? Do I not? When I armored this guy, did I not know how armor works? I didn't know how armor works when I armored her. I'm waiting to get a stun set. I might do some dragon to get stun for her, or it's a fire knight you need for stun. And this guy I want the retaliation. So here's the Bergoth the Malformed. His skills are attack one enemy has a 50% chance of placing a 15% continuous heal buff on this champion for 1 turn if the attack is critical. So I want a high crit rate chance. I want a 100% crit rate chance, or as high as I can get it. And he'll do a continuous heal buff. And that's only once I get the 3rd level of Ascension. Chemical Stench, attack all enemies, has a 30% chance of placing a Provoke debuff for 2 turns. And Canister, whenever this champion is attacked, heal all allies except this champion by 20% of the damage received. So that's the one. I got Gore Grab, and I'll show you. He has a 10 times chance from Ancient Shards. So it was more likely I got him. And he's certainly okay. I don't know, like, how good I don't know how I'd say I don't know if I'd say he's amazing. He's attack one enemy, 50% chance of removing 1 random buff. Fills turn meter of all allies by 25% and 25% increased attack buff for 2 turns. Increases to 50% on the 3rd level of Ascension. Increases ally speed in arena battles by 23%. Revive any dead allies with 25% HP, then heals all allies by 25%. So that is So his first attack's okay. The 50% chance of removing a random buff is like it's better than my shaman. This is a buffing skill, and it feels turn meter. And then this one he heals, so he would be a replacement. So when I get him strong enough, he'll be a replacement for my shaman. So at the moment, my arena, once I get strong enough, will probably consist of Gorab, Miscreate a Monster, and the 2 legendaries. And then I also may use Vrask sometimes. So at the moment, I'm just finishing upgrading the legendaries. Just stick someone else in here. And I'm also upgrading my Painkeeper there. So yeah, you can see I have tons of like level 1s just here that I haven't done anything with. I opened 900 mystery shards, and then I would open like I would make 100 space, open 100, and then sacrifice them all, and that's why all my guys are maxed right now. A bunch of them were like 39s and lower levels. They're like all maxed except for those 3 guys I just brought out. Yeah, I'm just gonna put these 2s in here because I do need more. I do need to get more food. I'm gonna try and, as you can see in my champions, I've got the Elhine level 5, same with Shaman. I'm gonna try and get some of these guys to 6-star. So I think what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and get Elegus, Scale of the Drakes, Miscreate a Monster, and Gorab, or Vrask until Gorab's ready. I'm gonna try and get them all arena ready, and then I'm going to upgrade my Elhine, because I don't really have another. Because then I'm just gonna have to put her in the arena, and I don't currently have a replacement for the guys. My other ones are just too weak. Their power is like 4,000, 4,000, 3,000. He's not even upgraded, so he doesn't really count. Whereas my other ones are powers 10,000, 8,000, 10,000, and 15,500. So I'm gonna get them into some armor. She's really good with her reviving abilities. He's really good with like his turn meter cooling. His turn meter stuff. And Miscreate's monster has his fear and stun, so they're all really good for arena. I just need to actually get armor on them, and Miscreate a monster to a 5-star would be preferable. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you. I was gonna do a few campaign battles, show you how I. This is usually how I test my guys. I just bring them into a level of the campaign. Got my guys here. So these are the 3 guys I was practicing with. Because I figure I'll upgrade a rare anyway. I'll upgrade a rare while I'm at it. The one guy has ability. They've got like healing ability, healing. They've got like kind of healing. One's got healing combo. Another one has revive. So I figure I may as well upgrade them all. So this one attacks all enemies and has a chance to provoke, and the provoke will increase healing of the other guys. And I don't have him on. I don't have him on the 3rd star of Ascension. I'll probably do that right away, actually. So without the 3rd star of Ascension, he doesn't have the continuous heal on himself ability. But whenever he gets struck by anything, so if they have like, so they have an ability that just attacks like everyone, like here, they all take damage, but then a couple of them get healed a little bit. And of course the one guy has the chance of removing buffs, but... do it there, and it didn't quite remove anything that time. So I'm gonna wait with the revive. Yeah, so these are pretty much the latest 2 champions, and I'm upgrading the Painkeeper that I'll have. So at the moment I'm just waiting for him to die so that I can heal him and the other guy. There we go. And now we just bring them both back. And it brings them back on 25% HP, and then heals them by 25% HP. So unless they've got some sort of weird immune, can't heal past death or something, they end up back at 50% HP. So quite good. I'm probably gonna stick them in the arena at some point. Or not the arena, the sparring pit. I've just got the one guy at 48 to 50, another one's 31 and 37 to 40. So once 3 spots open up, I'll stick them in there and train them up. Let's go to the tavern. We're not actually going to do tons of playing with him, because it's not really, like, fun to just have him constantly doing just arena battles. We don't need to see all that. Just a half hour of nothing. So, I am, however, going to try and get him ascended. There's the first level. There's the second level. It's already 4 o'clock. And here's the third level. So now, when he... I also find this is, like, incredibly helpful. I get to see everything, like, all at once. Or most things. Look, I've got, like... How many... Look at this. Look at how many Sister Militants I have. And how many Rangers I have. I'll show you my shards in a minute. So yeah, now skills... Now he's got the Ascension. Attack one enemy has a 50% chance of placing a 15% continuous heal buff on this champion for 1 turn if the attack is critical. So I want to give him I want to give him critting ability. So see, I'm at 828. I was at like 1,700 of these before, and I opened like 10 ancient shards. I also claimed my XP thing, so I've been getting extra XP for the last couple of days when I was just grinding the whole thing. I was just sitting on this 3 days of XP, and then I finally claimed it. Let's summon a couple more guys, because I had to for my daily things. I was summoning them 10 at a time. I would do 10 summons to make 100, then I would just get rid of them all. I would just sacrifice them all as XP to my other guys. Oh. Twin Disciple. Attack one enemy 30% chance. This was unexpected. 35% chance of placing 100% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. So that becomes a 45% chance. Wow, that is really good. Who does a lot of healing? He's red. Is red good against green? Because the green person does a lot of healing. I think this guy could be really good against the Spirit Dungeon. Or Spirit Keep. Attack one enemy has a 50% chance of placing a 15% weaken debuff for 2 turns. And on the 3rd level of Ascension, attack one enemy has a 50% chance of placing a block cooldown skills debuff for 2 turns. The chance increases to 100% if they're under heal reduction. And that lasts for 2 turns. That's not bad. I think we only summoned 2 there. And another Thrall. I'm gonna complete a couple of the quests quickly. 4 artifact upgrade attempts. Nice. Just a little bit of defense increase. Those were 2 successful, that was unlikely. I think I have to buy something, yeah. I am at the market, spend energy. I'll come back in an hour. I really only ever buy the mystery shards. I had to do a whole lot of arena, so I ended up with, like, I got 171 bronze things now. Also, something I've noticed, it says I have 45,000 power, but I will consistently lose to 35,000 power people. Like, I've had to really... Like, for one, I should be smarter than the AI. 2... My phone's lagging, it's very hot, I've been on it all day. So I've been consistently losing, even though I should be smarter than the AI, and my guys are actually stronger. And I think the problem is I have no buffer on my team. I don't have a guy that does like an attack percent increase and a crit rate percent increase. I've got the person who does like a crit rate increase once every couple of turns, but I don't have a guy who does like 50% increase attack and a 25% increase crit damage and a 5% increase crit rate or whatever, blah blah blah. You get it. So that's why I'm gonna have the new people. The the miscreated monster will have the fear stuff. Skyla of the Drakes will have, I believe she has some buffing, and I don't know how to pronounce that name either. And Gorab's got those the buffs as well. And they've all got like revives. So I'm excited to have my team out of them. I just need to get some armor. I'll come back to the other two arena battles. So for the one person, so what was it? I needed stun and so here's that stun. And here's set retaliation, so I just need to farm those two. Do I need to do anything special for Spirit Keep? I completed a bunch of missions also while I was just playing. What kind of armor do I want to get them? I'll need to look it up. What point can I get 6? It's 4 to 5 on level 60. Okay, let's try this one. I use my Dark Elhine on this one because she's got the whenever she has the ability whenever someone is frozen, she does her one. Whenever someone gets frozen, she does an attack, and whenever she specifically gets frozen, she doesn't actually get frozen. She just gets an increased attack, increase something, buffs her strength. I'll show you, but basically if she's ever frozen, it's just like annihilation for the enemy. And she gets buffed to, like, so much. So, if she is buffed, if she gets frozen, it instantly removes the freeze, and it replaces them with a 30% increased crit rate, increased crit damage, and a 15% strengthen buff. And if only just someone else is frozen, it's, fills their turn meter by 25% and instantly activates the Death Majesty skill. So, if it's just someone else, this will happen. Otherwise, both happen. And they both have a cooldown of 1 turn, which means they can't just happen multiple times. So if everyone on my team gets frozen, it can't just happen 5 times. It is still super strong, though. I don't know what that is. I'll pause the video in a moment. If anyone gets frozen, yep. Elhine got frozen. And just the ability does crazy damage. I also have her on a... Because her normal attack... So she was frozen that time. So because her normal attack decreases max enemy HP, I put a destroy set on her. She'll do it even more. She does end up dying pretty fast. I don't think I have a good I don't think I have a good set on her. I don't know if I have any armor on her. And if so, it's not upgraded. My phone's really lagging. I'm going to pause the video and give it a chance to cool off. While I go see my mom. Hang on a sec, guys. Okay, I'm back. My mom was playing Minecraft. She made a bee thing. Did you know if you have bees going back and forth, like, over... with flowers over crops, it'll actually, like, act... And then the pollen that falls off their butts will actually act like bone meal? Apparently it's true. So I can get 4 to 5 if I can beat stage 10 there. So this one will be strong guns because I have 2 blue guys. I should probably also upgrade my Dark Elhine. Elaine, it's Elaine. I can't get the names right. I also like can't hear it. I've also really only got, like, 5. I've only got, like, 6 guys, maybe, that I'm actually able to use at all right now. I've only got, like, the 5 strong guys. Once I get the miscreated monster, my 2 legendaries up. As well as Gorab and Bergoth, the malformed. Why isn't he doing anything? At 60, he's supposed to trigger it. There it is. As long as she lives. What happened? Am I fighting a weaker guy or something? Why isn't he freezing my guys? They're only sometimes being frozen. Might not actually beat this one. Ah, no, I beat it. Only barely, though. Yes, I wouldn't be able to consistently do the other one. Let's do... Stage 7 here I seem to be able to consistently do. Because it's a red one and my main two guys are blue. Weird that no one was freezing that last round, though. I think I was just getting lucky. This one's every... Well, it's still every 15%. Ish. Yeah. And whenever he does his thing, they get revived, and then if anyone's frozen, Dark Elaine will immediately do her... If anyone's frozen, Dark Elaine will do her counterattack, and then it'll likely kill them again. Then again on auto... Okay, so there 4 of them were frozen, but since she was one, it gave her the strength, increased crit rate, and crit damage. Normally it's just like the increased attack. I think it's just the increased attack and something. So I'm looking for retaliation. I need some strong retaliation things, and some stun things. Problem is, I don't do the Ice Golem's Peak and the... What time is the video at? 22. I don't do the Ice Golem's Peak or Fire Knight that much. I do Dragon a lot, but I don't do this as much. Because the Dragon's probably got the best artifacts, but he doesn't have stun. But he has Daze instead of stun, and he doesn't have retaliation. Which is what I'm looking for. I want whenever my Vrask is attacked, he attacks back to give the, and then he has like 100% crit rate. So he'll, against most targets, he'll crit most of the time. So 100% crit rate will actually go. He has like a higher chance to crit if it's against someone he's strong to. Medium, same-ish if it's against someone he's neutral to, one of his own kind, or one of the purple ones. And he's got like a lower chance to crit if it's someone he's bad to. So if I get it to 100% chance of critting on 2/3 of enemies, he'll crit most of the time. On the other third, he'll crit maybe half the time or a quarter of the time. I don't know what the stats are exactly. That's resistance, and it's a purple one, I'll keep it. So, I want to get him up to a 100% crit rate and retaliation. So then whenever he's attacked, he'll also attack back and very likely crit, again healing. Making you not want to attack him first. So in the arena, so even just in normal battle, anyone who attacks him will get my other guys healed. And in the arena, if they attack him to try and kill my healer, he counterattacks and heals more. If they try and kill my other guys, then you've got my healer, they're sitting there constantly critting and healing. And 3,000 is like... So it does like 3,000-ish. And doing around 3,000, it's like a tenth of his health. What is it? It's supposed to be like a tenth of his health. I forget, let me find out. So it's by 10% of his max HP. So 10% of his max HP being 3,000, because I think his max HP is like 34,000, so that's why it's healing like 3,400. That's a lot per hit. To some of my other guys who only have like a 15,000 max health, that's 20% of their health every time he crits. And if it takes 8 turns to kill them, and he's critting every other turn, it's going to take like 20 turns to kill my guys instead of a normal 8. And I'm sure the math there somewhere is wrong, but... And you can see when he has the counterattacking on him. Oh, and the retaliation isn't every turn. It's like an 18 or a 20% chance of retaliation. So it's not guaranteed. I was thinking it was I thought it was guaranteed for some reason. I was speaking as though it was guaranteed. It's certainly not guaranteed. And here I can only get 3 to 4 star level 3 to 4 artifacts. For this one, I use slightly different guys. Instead of using the Dark Elaine, because I use her specifically for the Ice Golem, I use the Sniper, the Dark Elf, instead. And these are pretty much my main 5 guys. Pretty much the only sick guys I will ever use are these ones, Dark Elaine, and one more. I don't remember who. My hands smell super weird. I put chapstick on them last night, because it works in a similar way to Vaseline. But Vaseline's kind of messy, it ends up everywhere. Chapstick I was just able to put a little bit on, but... they smell horrible now. And I have no idea what the smell is, it just stinks. I haven't been sweating today or anything, so it's not sweat. It's... my hands just seem to smell whenever I put, like, Vaseline or anything on them. They end up super cracked, like, constantly. Like, the back of my ring fingers, the cracks are, like, in between your fingers. Mine get really bad and dry. And then they, like, kind of grow up and they go all the way around my ring finger. Like, the back of my ring finger is incredibly cracked. And I try and drink tons of water, but it doesn't really make much of a difference. So I've been putting on tons of Vaseline and chapstick, because it's less messy, and it still doesn't work. And then it just stinks. It's weird. It's frenzy. Yeah, so that's just kind of an... This video was supposed to be about Bergoth, the malformed. It didn't really become that. But yeah, so I've got like 5 guys. I've got the 3 guys who I want to put into the arena. Bergoth and Gorab, who I'm also gonna get stronger. And then that's 5 guys. It'll be 6. The 6 I have now, plus 5 more, makes 11 guys I will be able to constantly use. And then in the 3-party or the 3-team arena, where you need 12 guys, I'll have 11 strong guys I can use, instead of, like, right now I've got, like, 6 and a bunch of weak ones. I've got a bunch of guys who I have on level 40, but I haven't given armor or buffs or anything. And aside from that, I also need to give a bunch of my guys scrolls. Because, like, I think these are the only 5 people I've given any scrolls to. Maybe a couple others. But I need to get some scrolls for the other people. I also just need to grind the 2nd level of scrolls. Because I've only got these guys with 1st level scrolls. But I need to, like, get 80 of the 2nd level for one of these guys to get them a stronger ability. One of the stronger masteries. So yeah, that was, that's that. We're gonna start doing 2 videos again, like I said earlier. I re-downloaded Plants vs. Zombies Heroes. And then I took some of my legendary cards from that. I got rid of the legendaries, exchanged them for energy, and then I made a bunch of super rares. Because it costs 4,000 to make a legendary, and you only get 1,000 back. But it only costs 1,000 to make a super rare, so I made a couple of super rares, and I made an interesting Trickster Science Leap deck. So I'll probably make a video on that tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed. Remember, if you like my content, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys!